So I'm Gary, and I'm gonna be presenting this in this video the meaning of this word legibility. Well, I didn't know that this homework was due last Saturday, so I guess I'm late. So I'm still gonna be doing this video anyway. So by doing so, I will be explaining the meaning of these words by um, defining each of these bullets over here, and by doing so, hopefully at the end of the presentation it will be more clear. Anyway, so let's get started. To start off, I would like to give a simple definition of what legibility is means, especially in this kind of situation right here. As we're making a video, it's actually just making sure that we can read. For example, let's see a simple example over here. There you go. You can actually see that over here it's kind of hard to read. The words are really short, small, and actually one of the topic over here is to talk about healthy stroke and open counter, and I feel like especially this little text over here, which you can actually see that the size, this one is way smaller than the rest of the text, but it doesn't really matter because even the rest of the text is hard to read. Anyway, you can see that open counters is really bad over here. You can see that there's not that much space in between the words and inside the letters of the words, and well, it is actually important to understand that font, which we were talking about earlier in our previous presentation, are important as we make or write a text for a web page. One thing that I learned, one of the first things that I learned in this chapter is that as we read, we actually don't read the words first, but we read the shape, and it will help us to remember what we or to understand better what we are reading. Or like for example over here, you can see that the shape is really bad over here, and not only you can barely read it, but you cannot. It would be hard for us to remember what we are reading, and even to understand what we are reading. So you can see that the open counters are really bad over here. Then we're gonna be talking about the X height. I actually have a little example over here. You can see between those two words that the X over here and the X over here are have two different size, and actually the size is really important as well because it helps us as reader to read more, I should say. The flow of the reading would be way better as the letters are bigger. You can see actually over here that this is bigger. It actually has the same size. I chose 35 for both of them, but this one is way bigger as I chose Verdana as the font of the word, and here Times New Roman. And well, you can see that here will be actually better to understand. I mean to understand, to remember. Then there's more. Why? Because there's much more space in between, and space are also bigger, which will help our mind to be more able to recognize those shape easier, way easier than this one. So those little details are actually important as well. And then let's move on to the open apertures. I chose the same font over here, the same size of the letters, and you can see that this one over here, once again, has more apertures and create more legibility of the words. words or of what we chose to write about. And then finally, we actually talk about ascenders and descenders. And actually, well, I was trying to put a line. There's actually a line that we can put it here to make the words easier to read. But unfortunately, I don't know how to make it. So I try uh, to to explain with my own words. So actually, let's see. Here, it's actually the same words as I chose, but if you put a line over here and a line down here, the space will be more, I should say, smaller than if I do the same thing over here. If I put a line down there and another line to right here, the space in between will be way bigger, and it's way easier for us to recognize the words or to memorize them. So once again, as I said at the beginning, the shapes are the first thing that we read after we read the words. Okay, and then finally we are going to be talking about the serif and the sans serif. Okay, I'm still gonna use this example actually. What that means is, those little details over here, those are the serif. It was actually an old idea of making letters, and well, it it won't actually make any difference in this topic of eligibility, but it will help us to give more meaning. And well, I guess we're gonna be talking about it maybe in another video. But here, you can see that the difference over here, you don't have any serif, and we call that sans serif. And well, it won't actually make a big difference in the legibility, but it's really important to talk about it. But it is important to understand that healthy stroke and open counters, as well as open aperture and height, X height, will be much more important to make us the words or a text eligible. So well, that's pretty much all what I want to talk about. Hopefully it was clear enough. Thank you, mahalo.